Oh, what's happening, homies? So I've been creating videos on a fairly regular basis now, and some of you may be wondering why? Why are you making videos? What's the point of making videos? What's the point of producing? And I first got into this or heard this idea of producer versus consumer in this book, The Millionaire Fastlane. And I just wanted to read a quick excerpt. It says, applied, this means this is in terms of being a producer versus a consumer. Applied, this means instead of buying products on TV, sell products. Instead of digging for gold, sell shovels. Instead of taking a class, offer a class. Instead of borrowing money, lend it. Instead of taking a job, hire for jobs. Instead of taking a mortgage, hold a mortgage. Break free from consumption, switch sides, and reorient to the world as a producer. And I guess applied, I've found that in order for me to be successful at anything, whatever endeavor that I want to be at, and this is the same with anyone that's been successful with anything, is they are a producer. They produce results, they produce content, they produce writing. A singer produces songs. A writer produces work, writing. A entrepreneur produces value into the world. A person that's good at speaking produces multiple talks or videos, what have you. In order to become successful or good at anything, you need to produce over and over and over again. And take that on the other hand is the consumer society, the Netflix, the TV, the binge eating, the sitting there and zoning out in front of a TV and just you don't even have to think. Now, I did a lot of that growing up when I was younger. I watched a lot of TV, and that literally got me nowhere. However, don't take it on the wrong thinking that it's bad, because TV and television and movies, they're good for consuming when you need to recharge. But it's when you're indulged in this stupor of binging on Netflix for hours and eating pizzas on hours on end. That's when I believe it's a problem. Unless that's what your thing is, unless that's what you enjoy doing and you're happy sitting there binging, watching Netflix, eating pizza, and just being a consumer in the consumer culture. But I guess that's not what I strive to be. I want to be successful in different ways, monetary wise, life, producing value, and the only way to do that is to consistently produce, ship, produce. And shipping these videos and producing these videos is a way for me to become a better speaker, be able to more articulate my ideas in a better way, and just generally be more comfortable in front of camera. So constantly producing allows me to build this asset of being a speaker, good in front of camera, what have you. And I encourage everyone to switch over from the consumer mindset of just taking in and sitting there on the sidelines watching the world go by, and become a player in the world and produce for the world, whatever it is your art is. Even if it's just painting or writing, whatever it is, produce, create value in this world, because I think you're gonna regret it if you're laying on your deathbed and all you can remember is sitting and consuming and watching. And I guess also to go on a little bit more of not a tangent, but another side thought is, if I'm gonna consume, I wanna consume the things that I truly wanna consume. Do I really wanna sit down and watch Netflix for 8 hours? I guess kinda, it might feel good for a little bit, but if I had the choice of consuming that versus consuming an awesome trip around the world, or consuming wonderful experiences. For example, this weekend, my friend's flying in from Michigan to visit me, and we're gonna take in consume an experience of driving across Arizona, seeing the Grand Canyon, Sedona, Page, and in exchange for that, I'm producing value. I'm working for my clients. I'm producing value for them in order to get money, provide value, and use those resources to be able to consume the things that I truly want to consume. Like, do I really want to trade visiting and exploring the world, Arizona, versus spending my time consuming and watching Netflix? So again, that's just me. I don't those things. If I had the choice, we have a limited amount of time, and I choose not to spend it consuming the things that I don't want to consume. And I choose it to produce the value that I want to produce, get better at the things I want to get better at, and also consciously consume the things that I want to consume, like experiences. So I just wanted to share that thought with you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or any thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. But try to switch from the consumer mindset, because it's much more, what is the word? Fulfilling. It's much more fulfilling to be a producer versus a consumer, because when you're done consuming 6-hour binge of Netflix, you just feel kind of emptied out and bleh. But when you spend hours on your craft, creating work, art, videos, producing value, building a company, whatever it is, you have this sense of fulfillment because you built something, you produced something. So that's all. Alrighty, I will see you tomorrow. Pow!
Smoking it up. She turn around and goes, where you from?